Welcome back to your daily escape from reality. Today I am giving you a full boss guide tour for the early access release of Titan Quest II. This includes Hippokompos, Pan, and Dysepilogos, the first 3 bosses available in the game if you don't count the Griffin from the tutorial area. Now right now we are using an ice shard build, which you can check out here alongside other builds which I call point and click builds, where we only use one ability and we put everything into it, and we also try to have some sustain in order to survive with some core abilities such as dodge and barrier. And that's it. We just use one ability, but more on that in those videos. Now today we are going to start out with Hippokompos here, which I think is one of the hardest bosses to deal with until you figure him out. Now the main strat with Hippokompos is to face hug him. All you want to do is stay close, dodge his close attacks, and stay there. We are going to do this one first, literally by the book, and then second I'm going to try and showcase his ranged attacks, which can pretty much one-shot you. So that's the reason why I want to face hug him. So let's just deal with the starter ads here and show off how to actually deal with him real quick. Now of course pretty much the build is also going to help us, but yeah. Okay, let me just see what attack he's using. Oh, I almost messed up my dodge there. Yeah, so he has a couple of attacks up front. He has that slash. He has a weird AoE that follows you, and just before it slashes down, you have to dodge out of it. And finally, he has that upfront kick. Now, right now, that was pretty much how to do it the right way. Now, a bad way would be, and we might probably die here, of course. A bad way would be, let me just respawn the boss, to stay at range, at a long range with him, because then he starts using a couple of abilities that will pretty much just laser beam you and mow you down. So let me just try and do this right away. Okay. So he has this first ability, which is going to apply a chill to you, which is going to make it much harder. And that's the one I'm talking about, which is really hard to avoid. And that final push he does with that lightning beam, it can pretty much two-shot you. And that's what you need to pay attention to. Now, with that said, those are pretty much all of his attacks. So what we can do now is just continue mowing our guy down, because that's all we have to do. Just quickly kill him and go from there. And we can pretty much move on to Pan after this one. Oh, that was close. Okay, let me just pay attention so we don't die here. And yeah, the only ability which I did not showcase, he has 2 big leaps where he dashes out like a wave of water, which can also apply a chilling effect to you and slow you down. So you should try and avoid that. Just face hug him and make sure you make sure you stay somewhat behind him. And right now, I think we can move on to Pan. Yeah. All right, so when it comes to Pan, this is an interesting boss. He has quite a couple of abilities that he uses against you, meaning ranged abilities, I mean. But the good thing about it is a lot of those can be easily dodged. You don't even have to per se dodge it pressing space. you can easily just move left and right and avoid them. Now I'm going to showcase how to do this boss fight the right way, and then we can try and make some mistakes, stay at range, and go from there. All right, the same way, just dodge through the guy. Okay, he's going to do a charge here. We can try and see. Okay, all right, he does that leap. Oh, I'm sitting in. Oh no, that's not good. We almost died there. That wouldn't be a good example of how to do things. All right, with this, I think. All right, stand still and be pretty. So that was pretty much it. We actually saw a lot of the abilities he's doing against us, but if you can see, he has a couple of wave attacks, which if you stay at range, he's going to use against you. I'm going to quickly reset the boss so that we can. And by the way, just to stay out of harm's way, I'm going to remove a couple of items from my inventory real quick to have a clear battlefield here, so that we don't accidentally misclick a few things. And yeah, let's do it the wrong way. So the wrong way would be staying at ranged, in which case he's going to use a couple of wave attacks. But even those we can easily, what do you call it? Dodge them. Okay, let's stay at range. Let's try and, so this is one of the attacks, which is also homing. Let me try and gain a bit of my health back. Nice. Let's try and get the wave attack. Okay, he had enough. All right, he's going to start using, hopefully, the wave attack. No, he isn't. Okay, we died. We died because I wasn't paying attention to the wave. We were going with the wave, and it cost us our life. So there's like a wave of fire attack, a wave fire attack that he goes into. Let me quickly retry this. And that is going to be something we have to avoid. Now. We just mow his life down so he activates his second phase. No, I had to dodge there. All right. I will showcase that wave of fire damage he does. He just doesn't want to do it. I swear, you turn up the camera, guys. He doesn't want to do it. Oh man, it can happen. But of course you can always just click forward in the video to see it. So once again, all right, stay there, be pretty. That's a wave attack. All right. Come on. Do your stuff. Come on. Do the stuff. No? He just doesn't want to do it. We have to stay at range. Come on. All right. Looks like he's trying to do it now. Come on. Nope. I swear. What is this? Are we dealing too much damage? We are already in third phase. So that's one of the attacks, but he has that wave of fire he does. Yeah, this is one. Come on. Yeah, do it. No, no, no. The other one. I swear, dude. Well, you guys are going to have to just trust me on this one. So there's like a wave of flames he does, and then you have to just dodge them left and right, and from there on out, Bob's your uncle. Because right now I'm just going to quickly kill him. All right, well, there we go.
I can't do that.
And we got lots of loot.
That's not possible.
All right, on we go, on we move. So the third boss is going to be Dysepilogos, which has somewhat similar attacks to Pan, but the worst thing about it is that you have limited space. So he's going to have you are going to have limited space, and you are going to have to be careful with some of the chill and cold attacks he has that can freeze you up, in which case you are going to pretty much just die, and you have to pay lots of attention there. So with that said, I'm going to once again do the first fight the way it is intended to be done for the strategy. You don't have to face hug him, but there's going to be a very initial first like 3 to 5 seconds where he just stays still and you can burst damage in a lot. So let's do that right away. And this is what I'm talking about. That was a really good burst damage. That's 20% of his HP. Let's just stay at range here. He has some lightning attacks. Hopefully we can... Oh, this is one of the freeze attacks that I'm talking about, where you can mess up. But the good thing is, if you dodge out and you use your barrier, you just do it. And that was the third boss
I can't do
that we were talking about. Now, I'm going to quickly... You're going to have to give me a second. I'm going to go home real quick, sell everything, and we are going to do this fight once again. But I have to clear the battlefield. What a bad thing to have, right? What a bad thing to have, just having to sell things, right? Worst. I'm just kidding. So, going back. Let's loot and let's respawn the boss to have all the rest of the things explained. So, a couple of attacks that he has is pretty much freeze. It freezes you up. So, right now I'm going to try and showcase that to you. Let's just not overcrowd the area. He has a chilling effect right next to him. And then if you're close enough, he's going to try and do a slam attack, which freezes you up. And there are a couple of other types of attacks, but just like with Pan, it just doesn't... Yeah, that's one, which is going to apply flame fire damage to you, and it's really bad because you can get some flame damage real quick. The damage over time is going to be pretty bad. And that's pretty much it for the Dysepilogos. I think those were all of the attacks. And that's why I think the Epilogos is one of the easier bosses to do. Now, if you want, so let's just call this the outro of the video. If you want to farm bosses, the best boss to farm, I think, would be Pan. And the reason being, if I go back to... How do I... Yeah, if I go back here, the reason why Pan is one of the better bosses to farm is because not only does he drop items when he dies, but he also drops, but he also has an item, a loot box, an end of boss fight loot box, which Hippokompos and the Epilogos don't have. And that's pretty much after you kill the boss, he just spawns a bunch of items, and then you can also open the loot box, and you are going to have like a bunch of money worth selling. Because here in early access, the only way to level things up is to spend money at the What's It Shrine here in back at the base. Let me just show that to you. So if you want to keep going with your build and with your character, pretty much all you have to do is first unlock the first 5 levels in order to make it a better boss farm. So you want the first 5 levels, which are going to be cheaper to unlock, plus 5 levels, but then you want to actually raise the current minimum level, which is going to be much more expensive. And every time you do this, it is going to cost you some money. But if you sell things like I do, we already have like 80k. So the last time we sold a couple of things, I think we made 15k easy money. And that's pretty much it for the quick boss guide. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you want to stay tuned, you press the right buttons down there, subscribe, like, share, and yeah, I'm gonna see you guys next time. Have a great one. Bye bye.